So it's been announced today that Lawrence Okolie will be working with Shane Mcguigan moving forward in his career. He'll be up training with them. I think this is a good move for Lawrence Okolie. I'll be frank, I cannot remember, nor do I know who his last trainer was. I don't. Was it one of the Tims? It might have been. I'm not 100% sure. Can't remember who his last trainer was, but I know he wouldn't be kind of as well known as Shane Mcguigan. Shane Mcguigan is known for training the likes of David Hay briefly in his comeback prior to the Tony Bellew loss. He took a good bit of criticism in that because he only stopped the fight in the 11th round when David Hay ruptured the Achilles in what was it, the 6th. So he went on for 5 rounds. Criticism might have been justified in that. He's also trained Carl Frampton, took Carl Frampton to 2 world titles in 2 different weight classes, and also trained George Groves up until the end of his career after Groves split from, was it Paddy Fitzpatrick. So Shane Mcguigan, he's, brought some guys up through the ranks, and, I think Shane Mcguigan is a good trainer, and I'm not going to keep the video long, but I think that Shane Mcguigan is a good fit for Lawrence Okolie. Shane Mcguigan, if you notice most of his fighters, they do tend to fight, I would almost say more or less exclusively on the outside. You see it with George Grove, you see it with Carl Frampton, and, David Hay to an extent. They like, sharp shooting from a distance. But he teaches his fighters good fundamentals, and I think Shane Mcguigan, he is a good trainer. I think that when he kind of started off, a lot of people were very, I don't want to say critical, but I think maybe a lot of people just thought, he's unknown, he's young, how good can he be? I think Shane Mcguigan is a good trainer, and I think that this is a good fit for Lawrence Okolie. There's a good lot of talk about him fighting Denis Lebedev next. Now that Alexander Usyk is vacated, I think Denis Lebedev has been reinstated as WBA champion. So there's a lot of talk about Okolie fighting Lebedev. Now, Okolie has took a lot of criticism, justifiably so, over performances against someone like an Isaac Chamberlain and Matty Askin especially. That was a horrible fight. And I don't think it endears him. I don't think Okolie has the personality that's really endearing to the public, because he does kind of seem a bit, I want to say a bit boring. And then the thing about Okolie is he has fights like Chamberlain and he has fights like Askin where it's just 12 and 10 round stinkers of just him holding the minute they get close. That's not a good look. And I think lately, especially against Wadi Camacho, he's shown a bit more versatility. He is still crude, but you can see improvements there. And I think that someone like a Mcguigan can get a little bit more out of Okolie. I think this would be a good move for him. And I think that, if or when he does fight Lebedev, there was talk about the Dylan White undercard. I don't see that happen on the White undercard, if I'm being frank. I don't. I can imagine Dylan White has somewhat of a say in who goes on his undercards, and I know Okolie is kind of one of AJ's guys. So I'm just thinking maybe that might be why they mightn't put it on the Dylan White card. So I would expect him to fight Lebedev, but I wouldn't expect it on the Dylan White undercard. Let's put it like that, Dylan White, Oscar Rivas. But if he does fight Lebedev with Shane Mcguigan in his corner, I think Shane Mcguigan can bring a little bit more out of Okolie, because he is still raw. He didn't have an extensive amateur career. Even though he fought at a high level as an amateur, didn't have an extensive amateur career. So I think that Shane Mcguigan might be able to find that little bit more out of Okolie. And I think he'll beat Lebedev. I think Lebedev is a gone force. He's finished. He's a lot smaller than Okolie too. I mean, Okolie's a very big cruiserweight, 6'5". Denis Lebedev's only about, 5'10", 5'11". So I would expect Okolie to win. It'd be a tough fight. And that would be Okolie's chance to shine, because he doesn't need another fight where he just uses his size to bully these fighters and just holds on for 10, 12 rounds, and the other guy can't do anything, so he wins the rounds kind of almost by default. He needs to make a statement. I think Lebedev is, 40 years old, give or take, and, realistically, his best days were kind of 2013, 2014. We're now in 2019, almost 2020. I think that he's ripe for the take, and I think Okolie can beat him. So it'll be interesting to see his next fight, whether it is against Lebedev or who it's against, just to see the improvements that I've no doubt Shane Mcguigan will make improvements in Okolie. So I think it's a good move. So I'm looking forward to seeing this. Let me know what you guys think down below. Would you have picked a different trainer for Lawrence Okolie other than Shane Mcguigan? Like I said, I think Shane Mcguigan's a very good trainer, and I think this would be a good move for him. Let me know what you guys think down below. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and as always, I will talk to you after.